Dear students, I am Sova Bansiwal, Assistant Professor English, SPC Government College Bhim. Today I am going to explain the poem King Porus, a legend of old by Michael Madhusudan Dutt. This poem is based on a historical event when Alexander attacked India. He and when he came and he also invaded the kingdom of King Porus. The kingdom of King Porus was situated between the rivers of Jhelum and Chenab, and he entered into the kingdom of King Porus. Uh, at midnight, he crossed the river Jhelum and he came into the kingdom of King Porus at midnight when all the people of King Porus land were sleeping. And it was a stormy night, and there was thunder and lightning in the sky, and there were fires. The wind was blowing fiercely, and waves in the river Jhelum was flowing fiercely towards sea, to fall into the sea. Here the poet says, loudly the midnight tempest sang. Loudly the midnight tempest sang, ah, it was thy dirge, fair liberty, and clouds in thundering accents roared, unheeded warning from on high. Uh, the rain in darksome torrents fell. Hydesps waves did onward sweep like fiery passions headlong flow to meet the awakened calling deep. At this time, when Alexander entered into the kingdom of King Porus, the loudly the midnight tempest sang. At this time, uh, it was a stormy night, uh, and the wind was blowing fiercely. Uh, it was the wind was created a loud sound, and it was thy dirge, fair liberty, and this sound was a kind of dirge on liberty, which was about to be taken away from this land. And clouds in thundering accents roared, and at this time the clouds were making thunder, and um, unheeded warning from on high, the rain in darksome torrents fell, and suddenly uh, the rain started um, in heavy torrents. Means it started raining heavily, and hideous waves did onward sweep like fiery passions headlong flew, and the waves of the river Jhelum were flowing fiercely towards headlong flow, just like a woman who is angry, and she just like an angry woman, the waves of river Jhelum were flowing rapidly to meet the awakened calling deep, and these waves were flowing towards sea, to fall into it. Means The lightning flashed bright, dazzling like fair woman's glance from beneath her veil, and there was lightning in the sky, um, and the dazzling light of this lightning was appearing like a glance of a woman who sees suddenly or instantly from beneath her veil, and and on the heaving On the heaving, troubled air, there was a moaning sound of wail, and the the mo- the, sou- the wind was creating a loud sound, which was appearing like a uh, morning sound. And in thy unsuspecting sons did heedless slumber, and at that time the unsuspecting sons means the people of India were sleeping uh, innocently, unknowingly. They did not know what was happening, um, and they were in deep sleep. They, they, they were sleeping. While the foe came in stealthy steps of death, came as the tiger, noiseless, slow, to close at once its victim's breath. And Alexander entered into the kingdom of King Porus very silently, just like a tiger enters, uh, just like a tiger comes noiselessly and slowly, and he suddenly attacks the victim's throat. In the same way, was Alexander came into the land of King Porus very silently and slowly. Alas, Alas, they knew not, amidst this gloom, this war of elements was nursed like to an earthquake in the womb of a volcano, deep and low, a deadlier storm on them to burst. And war of this war of elements was like an earthquake in in the womb of volcano, just like which is deep and low, a deadly storm on them to burst. It was it was morn, the Lord of Day, from gold Sumeru's palace bright, looked on his own sweet climb, and in the morning the sun um, started to shine on Sumeru, which is the peak of Himalaya, and which is snow-covered peak. On this, the is sun 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 the rays of sun fall on this top of uh, on the peak of Himalaya, looked on his own sweet climb, and this sun was looking around on Sumeru peak. But look, the glorious flag to which the world in awe once bowed, there in defiance waved of India's gales, triumphant and proud. The poet says that look the glorious flag. He indicates towards the flag of the king of Porus, and this flag uh, before was the indication of proud of King Porus. Many people till that all the kings of India uh, stood awe in felt before this flag. All the kings bowed, and it was an indication of King Porus proud. Yell. Then rose the dreadful yell. The loin, like each warrior brave, rushed on the coming foe to strike for freedom or the grave. And when in the morning the people of King Porus land came to know about the attack of Alexander, these people ran towards the battlefield and to fight with enemy forces. Many of them wanted to sacrifice their life for this land, and others wanted to um, sacrifice, wanted to fight this battle to gain freedom. O death, upon thy glory altar, what blood libations freely flowed. O earth, on that bright morn, what thousands uh, rendered to thee the dust they owed. In this battle, many people were killed, and many people lost their lives. But before the Macedonian driven fell India's hardy sons, proud mountains oaks by thunder's riven, that for their country's freedom bled and made on gore their glorious bed. And before Alexander was defeated, uh, or before the battle ended, even before the battle ended, many people on the side of King Porus and on the side of Alexander had died. Fell India's hardy sons, proud, and many soldiers on the side of King Porus had died in this battle. Proud mountain oaks by thunders given, that for their country's freedom bled, and the oak trees uh, on high mountains uh, also fell down, and they cleaved themselves, and it appeared as if they sacrificing their lives for the freedom of the country, and made on gore their glorious blood. Thank you. The rest of the poem means the from the stanza of third will be explained in the next video.